Hi everyone and welcome back. Today's video is going to be a show and tell of the My Little box for this month. So February's theme was My Little Frenchy box. So this box is all things dedicated to France. It's a really pretty box this month and you've got kind of the colours incorporated from the French flag. So let's go ahead and see what was inside. So first up, like normal, you always get a magazine in there, and this month the person that they had collaborated with was the Chanel Muse, I think I'm saying this correct, Inès de la Fressange. There's an interview there with her about her career, her life. You also have some cool nail art ideas. There's a how-to for a French pleat as well. There's quite a few how-tos in this magazine on the products that are in the box. And there's also a section here that I quite like. It's kind of like the best places to go in Paris. So for like the best sandwiches, the best cocktails, the best gift shop, which is quite nice if you're travelling to Paris because you may not necessarily know where all of the best spots to hit up are. Like with every box, you always get the A5 size print, and this time you got a caricature of Inès and a saying from her saying life is never what it seems, and that's the great thing about it. I really like these, they're quite pretty to put in frames. And the inspirational quotes are quite nice just to have up in a room. I'm tempted to put some of them in frames and put them up on the wall in this room when we eventually get round to doing it properly. So there were two little lifestyle things this month. The first one is this Le Petit Mot d'Inès, which I think translates to kind of just like little words of inspiration from Inès. When you open this up, there's a really cute little dinky pot inside there. And then you've got lots of little notes inside. I haven't actually opened any of these up, so I'll open one up now. But they are just like little words of inspiration to help inspire you each day and just give you a bit of a creative boost. A part of me doesn't even want to open these because they are so cute. They're just quite nice to keep in the pot, but I'd like to see what some of them say. So the one that I've just picked says, I know leopard print is on trend, but there is no need to look like you have just run away from the zoo. Not quite sure that that's inspiration. It's probably a bit more of a helpful hint, but there you go. Yes, I've managed to get it wrapped back up and with a little kind of brass thing back on. I thought this was quite cute. It would look quite pretty to have on your desk at home or even your desk at work and just give you little bits of inspiration as and when you need. I've already opened this one up and been using it because I needed a phone case because mine had smashed on the floor and just all come apart and it was horrible. So you've got like a little card in there showing you the two different phone cases that you could get this month. And I received the navy blue version. So this is what it looks like here. I have the popper there just to keep it safe so that it doesn't fall out. And what I like about this is because I have an Android phone, I have the HTC One, I think it's the M7, and I can't find cases anywhere. You can find the cheap, crappy little plastic ones that you get on eBay, but they're not very good and they never last very long. So this one's quite good because it will fit either an iPhone or an Android phone in here, and it's quite roomy. So as you can see, my phone easily slots in there, just pop it down and then place over, and it's quite nice and secure. Now onto the bit that I'm sure you have all been waiting for, and it's the beauty bit, and this month was really good. You always get them in a little bag like so, and I use these just to take my makeup around in when I'm travelling or on the go. This month unusually we got 4 products. So first of all we got the DHC blotting tissue papers. I am not a massive fan of these because I don't find they do very much. Not that I am prone to getting kind of like oil on my face to need to use these, but I just don't really see the point of them. If they work for you then that's great, but for me I'm just not a fan of them, so these probably won't get used. The next product was the My Little Beauty product. You always get one of these in every month's box, and this was the complexion enhancer. So that's it just there. It is very difficult to see because it's a very soft pink just here. So the idea of this is that it just kind of brightens up your skin tone, kind of adding a little bit of a peachy soft tint to it just to give you a bit of a healthy glow. For me, I didn't really find that this did much for me on its own. I use it more of a highlighter, and I have used it today just on the tops of my cheeks up here. So it comes out this peachy colour. Then when you rub it in, there's a very subtle tint to it. And then it just adds kind of like a soft glow. You can't really notice it too much on the skin, but I thought it would look nice as quite a subtle highlighter for me. I've been quite enjoying using it. It's nice and lightweight. It's not too heavy or clogging on the pores, so it's been quite nice to be wearing. The next product is a high street brand, and that's from L'Oreal, and it's their Brow Artist Shaper. So on the one end you have the pencil itself, and then kind of like this brush to put your eyebrows into shape. and then on the other end you have a wax. So I've used this today. It's actually a little bit darker than what I would normally wear, so when I'm using this I do find that I have to use a lot more of a lighter hand and try to not draw kind of any harsh lines when I'm trying to shape it, because they do come out really harsh. But it's a really nice, the colour is really pigmented, unlike some brands, because I've bought eyebrow pencils in the past, tested them out in my hand, and they don't even barely come out, so they're not going to show up on your eyebrows if they don't come out in your hand. I quite like this because it does really intensify my eyebrows. The idea is that you put the pencil on first, then you shape your brows with this little tip on here, and then you go in and fill with the wax to try and make them stay in place. So I did use the wax as well, but I can't say I was a massive fan of the wax. I don't really feel like it held my brows in place. It didn't really tame any of those flyaway hairs. I did find that I had to put my Maybelline Brow Drama on over the top of using this pencil, just because for me I feel that that really does hold my brows in place and stops any flyaways. But overall I thought this was a really good pencil. It's definitely something I would probably look at buying again in the future, probably just not for the wax, more for the pencil. So my favourite product out of the beauty products is next, and that's the By Terry Crayon Kohl. I do have this on the top of my lids today, but I just wanted something a little bit more intense because the colour that I've got here is Bronze Generation shade number 3, and it's a bit more of a brown colour. It's a bit more subtle, and on the weekends I tend to like more of a heavy, thicker eye. This has been great for during in the week. I love this because it's waterproof. It doesn't really smudge too much. There is a little bit if you kind of rub your eyes, but if you've got watery eyes, this is amazing as this doesn't budge. This pencil is different to normal pencils in that it kind of goes on more like a gel pencil rather than a normal pencil that you would get. It's quite smooth and soft in its application, and it's got kind of like a subtle, almost glittery effect to it, which does look quite pretty. It's not overpowering or too in your face at all for those of you that are glitterphobes and don't like glitter. It does look quite pretty, and it just catches the light with a bit of a shimmer. There you have this month's My Little Frenchie box. I will pop the link down below if you would like to subscribe to my little box. I think I pay around $13.99 a month for it, and that's delivered to my office. It really is my favourite beauty box to subscribe to because I love the beauty products that you get in it as well as the lifestyle extras. And I found that I've used everything in every box so far that I've had. I will also be popping up another video tomorrow sharing with you the February Birch box. So check back then to see what I got in that one. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!
I'm a Venus for your Mars. I'm a healing